Let's see, Theatrum Neutralis. So now we know who the Yatagrasa really was. And yet, there remains much to this case that needs to be solved.
Like how the weapons cross country lines, for example. The two countries have incredibly strict security systems and entry procedures. Short of a miracle, it's impossible for someone to have smuggled them in.
Smuggling them in, huh? We will need to open a new line of investigation on just this aspect alone. But before we do, I would like to go through my evidence once more. Unnecessary evidence has been removed. Remaining evidence has been rearranged.
Hey, there's a VCR here, sir.
What evidence do we have left that was deemed necessary? A lot still.
Funny, and
Didn't we get rid of like
I was
2
gonna say,
things?
That's the funniest thing to me will always be of this game is that Edward just knows. It's just like, yeah, this is unnecessary evidence. Just gonna throw it in the garbage.
Yeah.
Now we can see what's on that tape Detective Bad gave us.
This piece of evidence from the KG8 incident, hidden from sight for 10 long years.
Isn't this series taking place in current time though? Like at this point we've caught up with the games, right?
We are past this one.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. Ace Attorney.
Because the fact that
timeline.
the fact that there's just like a random VHS player in prominent display at an official government building is both very funny and weirdly appropriate, because it wouldn't surprise me if today, like, you go to an official, like, what is it? Not parliament. Where are we? Diplomatic house. I forget the term for it.
We're in
embassy.
Embassy. Yeah.
Embassy. That's the word. Yeah. We're in an embassy. It would not surprise me if you could find a VHS player in prominent display at an embassy. But it's very funny to think that in this day and age, VHS players still even exist.
I'm trying to remember what this case is called.
I mean, no, it's not that big of a deal. But
yeah, but I'm in the timeline. I'm looking at.
It's Turnabout Ablaze, if I remember correctly.
This is Turnabout Ablaze? Then this is 2019.
Oh no! Cursed!
Why?
What time? Has it happened in this timeline yet?
What? The pandemic?
Has the world stopped?
I think that was 2020.
Well, it's COVID-19, right?
Oh, I guess it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
thought it started like around December, right? Like, we don't have to get into it. Like, I think if we talk too much about it, you're gonna have to put like a clause on your YouTube video.
This would be This is March.
Oh, then no, it hasn't happened
2019.
Yeah. Oh, they're leaving in blissful oblivion of what would happen.
Yeah,
because then, ironically enough, it would be funny that the embassy would be open and that they would be accepting, like, people so easily across state lines, country lines, in the middle of a pandemic.
Yeah. Trying to see if there's actually there is games that take place during that, kind of. Not really. No, there isn't. Because
they just skip it. They know. They knew. There was like, nope, nothing happens during this time.
I mean, there's stuff in the timeline listed that happened, but it's outside of the events that happened during a game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because remember, there's a time skip for Ace Attorney 4. Apollo Justice.
Apollo Justice.
And 2019 is the last game. Well, yeah, this is basically the last game before the time skip of like 7 years. So they just completely skipped over the pandemic. They were like, no.
They knew. When does Apollo Justice take place? Because that's when the world's finally gonna be regular again.
2025.
2025. We're almost there. We're almost there, gamers. You heard it here. 2025. I believe it. I believe it.
It is kind of hilarious that the gap in the storyline starts right at the end of 2019. They're like, nope.
They knew something. They knew it.
Okay. So I just know that this is related to the current case somehow. Detective Gumshoe, if you could please play the tape for us.
Sure thing, sir. He takes it and starts blowing on it if it was an accordion. Weirdly, Through the Fires and the Flames start playing. It's like, whoa, Gumshoe.
This man, it's Manny Cochin.
And he's holding a knife in his hand. This looks like footage from the security camera at the entrance of an apartment building.
An apartment building? How do you figure that?
An entrance building.
An entrance building.
As opposed to exit buildings.
Unlike you, I actually read the summary file of the KG-8 incident. And the crime scene was the victim's own apartment.
So this footage was shot at the entrance to the victim's own apartment building.
At the trial, Mr. Faraday claimed that this piece of footage existed.
However, no one could find it.
Yes, somehow, someone was able to steal it and hide it through Mr. Ernest Amano.
I can see how this would have been a definitive piece and why someone would want to hide it.
But it's a piece of evidence from a 10-year-old case. There's no way it's related to this case we're working on now, sir.
Hey there, Outcry. Actually,
Long time no see.
Actually, I believe it has everything to do with the case we're working on now. The ringleader even went so far as to use Mr. Portsman to retrieve it. Hope you're doing well.
Yeah, how's your day been, man? Having a good day?
How's your boyfriend?
I would love to know that one.
Which means that in this video lies a very inconvenient bit of footage to the ringleader. Been cleaning? Fun.
Ooh. I gotta do some of that.
I don't know if you could see chat.
Listen, yeah, I can see chat. She's doing her best. Gotta leave her alone. She's had a lot on her plate today. I presume. I can't speak. I can't speak for your partner's behalf. But they've definitely sound like someone who's had a day. Where? She's getting it for. That's inappropriate. We can't talk about that on stream.
I mean, we're marked for mature audiences.
Oh, we are.
Wait, what was that?
Huh?
That bit you just played just now. Please show it to me again. What?
Sorry, I just imagine him Pink Panthering like underneath where he thinks the camera is, so they don't see him like leaving. But you can like see his head just bobbing along.
This car, this is something we cannot overlook.
Cars, they exist. What's that, sir?
Look here, Detective Gumshoe.
Oh, I see. It's the flag. That's the flag.
The flag?
I'm like,
What about the flag?
What about the car? It's a street. There's gonna be cars.
This is the national flag of the
Hi-
Principality of Codependent. Hey there, Shady. The
The game doth be going well.
the game doth be almost done
Yeah.
because it has the national flag on it. We know this to be an official government car. Technically, we're in part end 1 of the final case.
I can guarantee this game did not take place in America.
Why?
Oh, because the car has a flag on it, it has to be an official government car. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, but specific that flag.
Listen, have you not seen people with literally any I've seen people with the like most specific nationalities wave that flag on their car. Aerodynamics be darned. They don't care. They don't care. Right? If that's all it takes to make an official government like vehicle is just to stick a little flag on it. Listen, somebody's gonna be driving around a vehicle from
Oh no, you froze. What an awkward place to freeze.
what country I said.
Oh, Iraq.
Listen, I said some very insensitive things to a particular nation that I refuse to elaborate on.
I worry that keeping it vague means just they'll all be pissed at us now. Like,
No, I was just joking. It's all a jest. Y'all are a judge of character. You know that I would never.
sure,
It's
Shady, good luck.
Government business. Yeah, you cannot legally. You cannot. It's double jeopardy. No, it's diplomatic immunity.
But the question we should be asking ourselves is, what was a government car doing there?
Driving past.
Oh yeah,
This is
yeah.
yeah. Unless it's Jessica Alba, I'm not voicing them.
Miss Van Karma and Mr. Edgeworth, so you were here all this time.
Have you seen this other person?
I don't know, I need to see a portrait up closer.
Ambassador Alba!
Thank you very much for continuing the investigation, even at this time of night. If only I were even a tiny bit more careful.
That was a good line reading.
This tragedy would never have happened. I am truly sorry. This wasn't your fault, sir. This had nothing to do with how careful you were. You idiot, Quirkus! You couldn't chase after a simple thief.
I think your your dalliance with life-threatening illness has really solidified your quivering old man voice. Like, this is really good
Is it?
voice
Oh.
acting. Yeah, it's particularly gravelly. Like, you've had a lot of wear and tear in your life.
Thanks, it's the COVID.
Yeah. That'll do it.
Now then, let's get down to the real reason why I came looking for the two of you. I would like you to put the investigation on hold for a while. Can you do that? No, we're at the end of the game.
Yeah, we're so close to.
Excuse me?
I heard you've apprehended the thief that turned this embassy upside down. And we are in the middle of an event celebrating our country's reconciliation. We can't exactly have the police and detectives walking around here forever. You're scaring the visitors away, so I hope that you can understand how I feel. Okay. But we must finish our investigation and resolve the remaining issues. Why don't we leave the rest to the Alabastion and Babalese police?
Isn't it also like 2 in the morning? like I don't think you have a lot of visitors at this point.
You're disturbing our 2 a.m. party that we're throwing.
Yeah, our 2 a.m. tour bus. For all the night owls and vampires. that canonically exist in this universe.
It may be 2 a.m. here, but it's 2 p.m. back in our home.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Shady.
2 a.m. Ranger at the ambassador's house.
That's my favorite band name.
That's my favorite Fall Out Boy song.
Oh, I thought it was like a Panic at the Disco cover band.
Oh yeah, that also
2 a.m. Rager at the ambassador. 2 a.m. Rager at the ambassador's house.
Yeah, it has to be.
They act. It's actually they do both Panic at the Disco covers, but also 30 Seconds from Mars.
No, actually, it's 5 Seconds of Summer. Oh, sorry, this is me.
Yeah.
Ambassador, we're so close. Just a little more, and
Miss Von Karma, I'm afraid I've made up my mind. And without my permission, you can't proceed with your investigation anyway, right?
that's true. However,
As he said at the very beginning, this area can be considered to be Albastion soil, in which case we are nothing but foreigners in the land. Is this really where our investigation ends?
Someone's holding it.
You could do it.
I'll do it. Yeah. Shifu, we found Mr. Edgeworth, sir.
Shifu, this way! Yo!
The dumb glasses. I can see how stupid they look from here.
Agent Lang, you're back on the scene rather quickly. If I laid back and took a break, I'd lose the scent of my prey, Mr. Prosecutor.
I feel like you can like cut yourself pretty severely on those glasses as you like take them off. It just like slices your face.
Makes you look cooler.
Blood dripping down your face. Man, I'm so freaking cool right now.
Agent Lang, why have you returned? Because I have to solve this case no matter what. Well, I'm sorry to inform you. Don't take this the wrong way. I don't suspect you personally. However, a member of Interpol was just found to be a thief, and so... Grr. Under the circumstances, I wish to put your investigation on hold. After all, I believe our own police can handle things from here. They are quite capable. Ugh, this rate our investigation really will come to a close.
Didn't he get shot or stabbed or something? I forget.
Yeah, he took a was it a bullet? Yeah. He got shot in the leg.
Yeah, he got shot, right?
By Bad.
I was right.
By Detective Bad. Wait, no, Yeah, he got shot by Detective Bad.
Yeah, he got in between. Detective Bad was gonna shoot you.
No, it's gonna
Callisto,
shoot.
you.
Oh, yeah, you.
Yeah, not us. Callisto.
They went you like Edgeworth, and I was like, wait.
I know, yeah. Detective Bad was gonna shoot Callisto, you, not us, and he got between them to protect her.
Yeah. Ambassador Alba, I get it now. Really do. Oh, I'm very glad you understand how I feel. No, not that. What I was talking about is... I know who the killer is behind tonight's murder. You...
No? The killer?
Do you really mean that, Agent Lang?
Oh yeah, no. Detective Lang has been Prime Yakuza number 5 this entire time.
Oh no, he's hot.
Oh no, he's hot.
Hey, wolves don't lie.
That's my favorite Shakira song.
Okay. I was trying to think of the tune. Yeah.
I'm on tonight, you know the wolves don't lie. She also has a song about being a wolf, so it's kind of appropriate.
I mean, I don't even know that song. I only know Hips Don't Lie. So
Yeah, it's the only song Shakira's ever written, you know? In her 30 plus years of discography where she writes all her own music. That's the only one she's ever written.
And who is this? Well, let me say that I'm not talking on Mr. Cochin's murder. That was all Sheena. Lang Zi says the truth lies not at the exit, but rather shines outside the maze itself. The truth is unexpectedly simple. So let me ask you this. Who do you think was Damas II's killer? I'll tell you who.
Damas II himself.
It was you, Franziska von Karma.
Whoa, excuse me? Whoa, excuse me? Whoa, excuse me?
Well, excuse me.
I was the killer? Since when? Hey, wait! But that's impossible! Yeah! Although, that whip is actually quite... Yeah! Hold your tongue in that ludicrous remark you're about to make. Yeah, you gotta be careful. Like she's a potential suspect. Anything you say can will be held against her.
I mean, she also maybe shouldn't be whipping people right now.
Well, yeah, but that's like part of her character. Like I feel like that's asking, you know, Pinocchio not to lie. You know, like he shouldn't, but he's a little scamp. He's gonna do it anyways.
Oh, it won't. Agent Lang, are you seriously accusing her of murder? Yeah, I am.
So yeah, yeah, I am.
He doesn't appear to be joking. Hey, sis, I remember that just before Ambassador Alba went to give his speech. He called you into his office, right?
Yes, he did, but what does have to do with anything?
I'm getting to that. Furthermore, in order to solve both cases, you moved around rather freely between Alabasta and Babal, did you not?
And where is your evidence that I am the killer?
Humph, I was just getting to that. Trust me, I'll show you that in due time. The evidence is your dad was the killer, so I mean...
I was just getting to that. Oh my gosh.
Ambassador Alba, in order for me to bring this case to a close, I'll need to inspect your office one more time. Will you grant me permission? With things how they are, I suppose I don't have much of a choice, do I?
Oh, I think I know. I think I know.
What?
I think Lang knew that was the only way that they could continue the investigation is to lie about it being one of us and diffuse the guilt away from whoever actually did it. And then Alma will be like, yeah, sure, investigate that she did it. And then you'd be able to be like, haha, actually, we got all the information we need to prove it was you, Ambassador Alba.
You think it was Alba?
Oh, I don't know. Shady Gamer thinks it was Alba. And I would trust Shady Gamer with I guess not with my life. That's a lot of trust. I don't think Shady Gamer wanted my life in their hands. But I would trust him as far as I could shoot him.
I don't think that's the phrase.
I mean, don't speak too soon.
Good, then let's move out. Oh, don't even think about running away, sis. My pack will be keeping a close eye on you. You can bet your bottom dollar on that. The sun will come up tomorrow.
Bet your bottom dollar. Shady Gamer, You have it on paper. You've incriminated yourself.
As if I would have any reason to flee.
Are you gonna comment?
Oh, I was just gonna say, actually, you have it on film.
Yeah, on film. It's on film.
But just so we're clear, your logic had better be sound.
In all due respect, Your Honor, it was a prank, bro. I have. Did you see my car? It had the U.S. flag on it. So, diplomatic immunity. Sir, you're in the United States, tried for a crime in the United States. Like, there's no diplomatic immunity. Yeah, in all due respect, Your Honor, he wasn't even there. He wasn't even there. How would you know?
Because I'll accept nothing short of a perfect explanation.
She seems rather upset, not that I blame her. I expected that you'd accept no less.
If you were incriminated for an international murder, like, I would be upset. Like, yeah, she's allowed to be upset.
But we'll see how long you can keep that nose of yours stuck up in the air like that. Agent Lang, as someone related to tonight's case, I request that you allow me to take part, and so that I may clean up my superior's mess. I guess I should. The more the merrier, especially when it's the peanut gallery.
I was gonna say, yeah, they're literally talking about you, Kay, and Gumshoe. You two are the peanut gallery.
She's
that case?
She's the pea and he's the nut. Wait.
No.
Wait.
No. It's bad however you say it. Yeah, no, it's bad. It's giggity levels of bad. Shady Gamer's right. She can't be the pea and he can't be the nut. And the other way around is not good either. She can't be the nut and he can't be the pea.
Oh, in that case, I'm gonna join too. I still haven't seen what it looks like in Alabast yet.
If you let Kay in, you gotta let me in too, pal. I can't sit around and do nothing when Miss Von Karma's in trouble.
Larry shows up. If you're letting them in, you gotta let me in. I was accused of this murder.
Larry, you already have the ability to enter that country. You have a passport with a visa for both countries. You don't have to be part of it. But I want to be part of it. Like, fine, throw him in. Add him to the list, I guess.
Hey, Gummy, there's some competitions you can savor first, okay?
Okay, I'll take you up on that. Oh yeah, I'm fired up and ready to go. Gumshoe's protection is all ready to go.
There's a detective.
That was my moment. I had to take it.
As a detective, I don't believe this is something you're supposed to be excited over. Sounds like this is going to get real interesting. Ambassador Alba, I'll be bringing these kids along for the ride.
Very well. But I'd like you to keep in mind that this will be your last chance.
Humph. I'll have this whole mess cleaned up before you know it. Now let's go. She-bots roll out.
She-bots?
Yeah, because it's Shifu.
Oh, okay. I was like, is that like a yassified version of Autobots that I don't know about? She-bots, roll out, Yas Queen. It's all just like very effeminate cars. It's like, how do you make a car effeminate? I don't know. I haven't seen the show.
You put a bow on it. Haven't you seen like every animated thing ever?
Yeah, you put a bow and eyelashes on it. That's the solution. And if you're the Cars franchise, you put a literal tramp stamp on it. I literally like wake up in a cold sweat thinking about a car with a tramp stamp. Is that how it happened in Metabots? I vaguely remember the only female Metabot being the mermaid one.
I mean, the only female Smurf is
Smurfette.
Smurfette.
Such a curse.
She has the entire future of the Smurfs on her hands.
And cloaca.
Well, I guess that's a bigger hole that fits more at once.
Yeah. Curse! I hate it. Just end the stream here. I can't emotionally handle it anymore.
Okay, now let's go over the facts one more time.
I need to watch Metabots again. Shady's making me want to watch it again.
Manny Cochin's body was found over the Secretariat's office in Babal. The weapon that took his life was one of Alabast's ornamental knives. And then the body of Damas II, Mr. Kashino, was found here at the Alabastan Ambassador's office. Through our investigation, we found the murder weapon was a Prima Duck statue. Now, this is actually Babal's statue. This case, no matter how I look at it, Sis, if it wasn't you, then there's no one else that could have pulled this off.
Agent Lang, do you understand the full implications of what you are saying?
Of course I do, Sis. I'm serious. You were on the trail of the smuggling ring, and you wanted any evidence you could find. And so, while people are distracted by the Yatagross's appearance, you stuck in here. That's when you two ran into each other. You and that other thief who took advantage of the confusion for the fire.
Even if all that were true, how do you explain the movement of the weapons?
Humph. Don't worry. I plan to show you the culprit behind that, too. You had permission to investigate both embassies at will. With that kind of free reign, you could have easily taken the weapons across country lines. Hey now! You're an all-star.
Get your game on.
Look, Sis. I thought I already told you. I'm not messing around here.
Ah!
This case isn't directly tied to the smuggling ring. But Sheena certainly is tied to the smuggling ring. He's right in saying that she's a member of the smuggling ring. However, the connection between this case and the ring could not be deeper than what any of us can imagine.
Let's get this ridiculous circus over with already.
Water bottle.
Hydration station.
Francisca, you need to calm down. Because you only know the facts of the Alabastan side of the case. I don't believe you can see the case as a whole and therefore solve it.
What?
But don't worry, I am taking this seriously as well, and I'll prove your innocence. That's the only way to be, prosecutor. But can you come up with anything else that can top my hypothesis? I can top something.
Whoa! Listen, Edgeworth's the bottom.
He likes to think he's a top, though.
He does like to think he's a top. You're so right. You're so right.
Of course, your explanation has to solve the mystery of the moving weapons as well.
Wow. Wow.
Of course I will.
That was good. You know that character so well. You've embodied Edgeworth.
Listen, I am Edgeworth.
You like to think you're a top. I respect that.
I mean, who doesn't like to think that?
I guess so, right?
Let us now delve into the truth behind the murder of Damas II.
You do understand, don't you, Miles Edgeworth? This isn't just a confrontation against Agent Lang. If you can't figure out how the murder of Damas II is related to the smuggling ring, then it would mean the end of our investigation.
I mean, it'll be the end of you.
Yeah.
As long as I have no good counter-argument to his hypothesis, then the best I can do is walk this thin tightrope and see what I can do.
Come on, Mr. Prosecutor, let's get started.
Yes, let's.
Do you keep thinking that I'm lying?
No. His voice is really loud right now.
I can imagine. Yeah, I could take over lying if you
No,
want, for
I
sure.
got it. Because you're already all three of my partners here, so...
Yeah, but my my voice is a little stronger.
What of Alabasta
If you're
knives? Go on.
Uh, in character too. If it ever becomes too much, let me know, and I can at least take maybe another character that you might want me to.
I got this.
I
One of
mean,
Alabasta knives used Babal to murder Mr. Cochin. And the murder weapon is a killing of Damas II in Babal's Prima Duck statue. Somehow these two objects are able to penetrate the two countries' impenetrable security.
You know what? Maybe you should take Link.
Okay.
I feel like it's going to be mainly me talking to myself for most of this.
Probably. Yeah, I got it. I'll do my best to do not necessarily a direct facsimile of what you're doing, but you know, the vibe that you give off.
The only one who traveled the two countries just before and after the crimes was you.
So as long as I can explain how the weapon moved about, Francisco will remain a suspect.
You got it, Mr. Prosecutor. So why don't you stop giving me a hard time?
I'm doing good.
I'm no replacement for Charles Martinet, but you know, I do my best. What's the name?
But you're a replacement for Chris Pratt.
Yeah, I'm definitely a replacement for Crispy Rat.
Under these circumstances, who the heck can carry a weapon across country lines? I've worked through every possibility, but there's only one that's plausible. Your boss.
Agent Lang, what I've learned from you just now is that you've lost sight of yourself.
What are you talking about?
By focusing too intently on that which was in front of us, we become blind to the truth. Don't tell me Lang Zi never said anything to that effect.
You prosecutor? Who do you think you are speaking about Lang Zi's proverbs like that?
Humph, I don't need his proverbs. Because my words are all you will need to see the truth.
I wake up, I go out, I reach out to the truth of my life. Thing.
I concur that this knife crossed over country lines.
Good, but that's not the only thing that it did. We mustn't forget about the other weapon. The knife was only one.
Okay. So you're saying that the Prima Duck statue was also brought over by Francisca?
Like I told you before, that's the only way it makes sense.
And how exactly did she bring it over?
I haven't figured that out yet.
Humph, that's a rather weak statement, considering how sure you are.
Maybe, but there's one thing I do know for sure.
Penetrate.
Penetrate.
Impenetrable? I should hardly think so.
You've seen the top of the wall between the two countries, right? Who in the world would cross over that?
Yeah, not even I could climb over that thing with all the barbed wire.
The only way into either embassy is through the doors in the Theatrum Neutralis. So the only way for the knife and the Prima Duck statue to traverse the two countries is through those security camera-equipped, well-guarded doors.
Was Francisca really the only person to have traveled between the two countries?
According to the guards at both doors, she is the only one to go back and forth. The cyst there was an alabast where the Yatagarasu showed. And then, just before you guys found Mr. Coach's body, she entered Babal. I think we can assume that's when she brought the knife into Babal.
Then how do you explain the Primodex statue?
I haven't quite figured that out yet. However, the fact that the two weapons crossed the border proves that the killer must have also traveled across the country lines.
The only thing to cross the border are the Primodex statue and the knife? I should hardly think that those are the only two items, Agent Lang. Okay. What do we think?
Next statement. Next statement. Next statement. Go back. Can I see what we got? Because wasn't the... Can I see the statues? One of them? I think we have both of them, don't we?
That's this
Swap
one.
the real one originally in Alabas. Swap with the fake one was used as a weapon. So there were three objects that were smuggled. The weapon and then both of the statues, right? Is that what they're saying?
I guess? I mean, they'd
I
have
think
to...
that's where
You think
like,
it's
it wasn't
that?
just two objects that were penetrated. It was three objects.
So which do I...
And the two,
This
I
here?
think either statue, but yeah, just do that one.
Agent Lang, those two items are not the only two to cross the border tonight.
Oh?
Master II was killed with Babal's Primodex statue, yes. But if that's the case, then tell me, where did Alabast's Primodex statue go?
To Babal.
Precisely, and if the two statues really were switched, then this means that both statues were smuggled across the border at some point. Which means that a total of 3 items were smuggled across the embassies.
I guess so. But you know what? It doesn't matter the number of items, only that the sis is the only one who could have done it.
Yeah, that's very pedantic to be like, it wasn't 2 items, it was 3. Therefore, your entire argument is irrelevant. There's enough suspicion to your statements to throw it all out.
Because the only person who went back and forth between Alabasta and Babal is her.
Oh, I just Googled
Is that really
again.
true? Was there no one else? What? What do you say?
Yeah, I'm just saying, yeah, he just goofed up again. Because the only person that traveled between... That's such a specifically pointed statement. Like, plenty of people travel between the two countries.
I thought they said that nobody else did, though.
The Yatagarasu did. That was the whole point.
I thought the Yatagarasu never showed up on this side.
Mm.
It was just that silhouette based off of 2 statues.
You're right, you're right. We'll see.
Is that really true? Was there no one else who traveled between the 2 countries? Actually, there was definitely another person, one who paid a visit to both sides of the wall. Or, I mean, it's showing them, so maybe you're right. Is that really so, Agent Lang?
What a lousy time to try and bluff your way out of this. I checked out what the guards said along with the security camera's footage. You're not gonna overturn my hypothesis that easily.
But suppose there was some other way than through the theater doors.
What other way?
The other entity that managed to cross the border unharmed. If I pointed out, it would open up a whole new possibility. Though I hesitate to bring this out, as long as this entity exists, the impossible road becomes a possibility.
It looks like you've got some clever idea in mind.
I do, and I can show it to you through a single piece of evidence.
Fine then. Let's see this piece of evidence that will show me the other route.
This piece of evidence will show us another way to move between the 2 countries.
Money. No, keep going. Keep going. What's that? No, go back. Go down. Let me see. Yeah, see, that's something crossing. That could be it. That's evidence of something crossing.
Agent Lang, I'm sure you're familiar with this unforgettable photo.
That supernatural photo?
I really just want to do what's her name? Lazelle's like the thing that she does every time. What does she do? It's been a while, but like she says it almost every other phrase. It's like her expression of disdain because she hates everything and everyone. Yeah.
Chika.
Chika. I forgot even how she says it, but it's.
We have to get back to that
that's
like next week.
thinking. Yeah, we definitely have to play some more.
That supernatural photo, like I said before. Humans can't fly.
What?
Humans can't fly. That's it. It's accurate. It's a true statement.
No, of course not. I understand that perfectly well.
And don't start claiming that Sheena somehow grew wings either.
I wouldn't dream of claiming that.
And I won't allow you to take back what you said either. I'll say it again. It's not humanly possible to fly into the air without wings. And don't even try to bring up.
It just keeps going. I wasn't. I really wasn't, Lang. Like, calm down, dude.
So you better have a good explanation for this, Mr. Prosecutor.
Ugh. How could I prove who it was that flew through the air in this photo? Wait, not humanly possible. Eureka!
Ooh.
Very well. You'll have your explanation.
Sounds like you have a good idea simmering in that head of yours. Let's hear it. The face hidden within the photo's blurry trailed shadow is.
Let's see what we got. What could it have been? What's people's shape? A corpse, but it wasn't that. Can I inspect the statue that they made?
This statue?
The statue? We'll check them both. No, that's fine. Is the other one like dented in any way? I don't like out of the things we have, like it would have to be one of the statues. Like I don't know what else it could be.
Counterfeit bills shaped like a person. Like just in a
Yeah,
pile.
it's shaped like a person.
It could be this.
I mean, that is literally what we're trying to establish. Maybe it was a statue. Did you
Which-
try this?
Which one? Babals or Alabasts?
Let me see this explanation to both of them.
Oh, of both of them?
Used to be real, but has been swapped out with a fake. Maybe because it's light. Maybe because it's fake, it's lighter. I don't know. Was it lighter? I remember them trying to pick one up.
I don't think it was established if it's heavier or lighter.
No. Just go with that one.
Alabast's Primitive statue?
Sure.
Naturally, the shadow is the third
Naturally.
smuggled object, the Primitive statue replica.
Naturally.
You can't be serious.
The Atagrasu, or rather Callisto Yu, dressed as Agent Shina, was inside Babal. She dressed the replica statue up in clothes and launched it through the air.
I mean, I know that's what I implied, but I don't know how. She has a catapult she just casually owns.
No, it was a
Nobody fired that
trebuchet.
up. Oh yeah, it is. I'm sorry. How dare I? I apologize to all my trebuchet heads out there. They have a strong community. You'd be surprised. Like truly, like trebuchets have a really strong community online.
I mean, they would not take it kindly if you called a trebuchet a catapult.
They would not. They would not. My home would be trebucheted to dust. You know how far trebuchets can throw things?
At least 3
non-negligible.
feet.
At least. Maybe even more than 4.
Depends on the size of the trebuchet.
Ha! Mr. Prosecutor! You left out a very crucial bit in your explanation.
I know I did.
She launched it through the air. Ha! And how exactly did she do that?
He's literally baring his fangs at me. But he has a point. How exactly did it move through the air like that? As long as this remains unsolved, we won't be able to move any closer to the truth. Which reminds me, didn't he say this earlier?
Hey sis, I remember that just before Ambassador Alba went to give his speech. He called you into his office, right?
So just before the murder, Francisco was called here right into this very room. If that's the case, then that may be another avenue I can pursue. Agent Lang, in order for me to answer that question, I will need to hear testimony from Miss Von Karma.
Huh? Oh? What are you up to now, pretty boy?
Earlier, you mentioned something of interest to me. You said that just before the murder occurred, Miss Von Karma had been in this room because Ambassador Alba had called for her, and for that reason alone, you believe her to be the killer.
Yes, I guess I did say something like that.
In that case, I believe it is my duty to ask her what her side of the story is.
Ha! Do you really think a criminal would tell us the honest truth?
How dare you! As I've said numerous times, there's absolutely no proof that I am the killer. Miles Edgeworth, don't tell me you suspect me too!
I don't. However, I can't ignore the fact that you were in this room at one point in time, which is why I would like to hear about your movements in this room.
Gah!
Francisca, I feel I still don't have enough information, which is why your testimony is incredibly important to the outcome of this case.
All right. So, what would you like me to talk about?
I'd like you to please testify to your movements in this room until the murder occurred.
All right. Let's try this your way for a change. But if what she has to say turns out to be a waste of time, I'll place you under arrest faster than you can howl. No!
Humph, as you wish.
As I've said earlier, I was assigned to guard duty in the Alabastian embassy. After I saw the Shield Samurai off on his way towards the ambassador's office, I returned to the Rose Garden for a bit and checked up on the security situation. After all the preparations were in place, I was called back by Ambassador Alba to his office.
Francisca, I want us to make this clear from the very beginning. So what I wish to confirm is that the only time span in which you were in this office was before the murder occurred, is that correct?
Yes, of course.
I see. For now, the only way that I can see for us to break out of the situation is to ask Francisca about her testimony in more detail.
Press it real good.
I thought your duty was to fact-find anything you could about the smuggling ring.
Yes, that was my job.
Wait, what was that?
Was that... Is Lauren Potts coming back?
My job.
Yeah.
That was my job. But upon hearing that the Yatagayasu has sent a calling card to the embassy, Ambassador Alba called upon us to protect the embassy instead. That incident 7 years ago, or have you forgotten what happened here back then?
Anything related to that case we were involved in appears to be rather painful for her. It's not exactly one I can readily forget myself.
Well, humph. Looks like you remember the case after all.
Of course I do.
I inspected every location, every possible escape route, and every aspect of the police's security detail. I did all that. Then after that,
So you were at the theater as well?
yes, and I suppose you were also there as well, watching the stage show.
Well, yes. So Francisco was there.
Well, after the show was over and I saw the Steel Samurai off,
What did you need to confirm the degree of preparation for even... Why did you need to confirm the degree of preparation for even the speech?
Oh, give me 1 second. Ooh. I'm just getting so emotional. Oh.
for security's sake, of course. What other reason could I have had? No one knew how the Yatagarasu has planned on getting in, right?
Yes, and I suppose you're right.
In the end, the Yatagarasu did choose to appear in the Rose Garden. Even if it did turn out to be nothing more than a shadow. Who would have thought that she would use a shadow?
Calm down, Francisca. She must still be nursing a grudge over the fact that she couldn't figure it out herself.
Anyways, there was no one in the Rose Garden. And we were aware that the speech was set to start soon thereafter.
At that time, Damas II's body had yet to be found in this room, is that correct?
That's right. But Ambassador Alba was here. One could hardly miss his rather large presence.
A criminal will say anything to get out of getting arrested. How do we know you're not lying?
Well, if you need proof, I'd be happy to oblige you.
Seriously?
Like I keep telling you. When I arrived at his office, Ambassador Alba was already here. He was standing by the flower box on the windowsill watering his plants.
I can attest to that. I remember speaking with the lovely lady around that time here in my office.
Ugh. All right then. Add that statement to your testimony. Then let's hear some more details.
So Ambassador Alba was in this room at the time, was he?
When I arrived, Ambassador Alba was wondering the flowers on those windows then.
For the sake of being thorough, I'd like to ask you something. How did you know that Ambassador Alba was watering his plants at the windowsill?
What do you mean by that?
The entrance to this room is on this side, however the window is on the opposite side. If what you say is true, then when he entered the room, his body would have been like a wall. He would have been blocking your view of what he was doing, is that not correct? Isn't that not correct?
I suppose it was a bit hard to see around him. But fortunately for me, Ambassador Alba is not an immovable wall. I knocked before I entered, and as I did, he turned around to greet me, with a watering can in hand. So it's only natural to believe that he was watering his plants, right?
I suppose.
After his greeting, we spent a little time talking about his flowers. He had obtained them himself and is growing them with the utmost care, you know.
Yes, the plants in this room, they are all like my children.
The passion flowers in the flower box on the windowsill are growing beautifully too. All 4 of them are in full bloom.
Miss Van Karma, what did you say just now?
I said that the flowers are growing beautifully. What about that statement do you not understand?
What do I not understand? I do not understand why a certain thing is the way it is. I'd like for you to append that statement to your testimony.
Just continue appending. Like, that's the way that we get out of here. We just keep appending more statements into this until everybody just gets bored and leaves. It's like, okay, first let's go.
Very well.